Jasmine Crockett, the ghetto congresswoman out of Texas, someone has unearthed footage of Jasmine Crockett's behavior and talking style before she decided to become a ghetto queen, the ghetto queen of Congress. Let's watch the before and after video.
Absolutely. First of all, it's good to see you in the new year. You know, no one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress. It's just not what my plan was. But what I've always decided is that I would step up when there was a need. Listen, he up there, he's spewing all kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we weren't gonna sit for that shit. We wouldn't, you know. But when she called me and said, I think it's time for me to retire, and you're the one that I believe should take my seat, I really was kind of caught off guard. I didn't anticipate that. If anyone knows anything about the Congresswoman, they know. We showed up, and if he had some sense, then maybe we would have been about that life. But y'all know he ain't got no sense, so please give some love. This took a little bit of coordinating to do, for sure. We got some cool shirts. You know, the congressional seat is over 4 times as large as my House seat. And I was just starting to get into the rhythm of doing constituent services and things like that. We got Madam Williams, who just happens to have the honorary seat. It's not even honorary because she's holding it down, y'all. But the legend himself, John Lewis, that is the seat in which she currently serves. So she honored his legacy. This is the message that she wanted to send today.
We've seen it a million times. You know, I saw someone, I think it was Jeff Charles or someone tweeted out, hey, that's code switching and blah. And people act like this is some skill we've developed, that's some positive we code switch. And all it is, code, it's just being fake. And so, yes, we have mastered the art of being fake in front of certain people for our benefit or for performative reasons. But they took a little suburban black girl next door, cute face, you know, went to a little private, I think Catholic, predominantly white high school in St. Louis, and said, hey, we're gonna dress you up as a Yas queen from the ghetto when you get to Congress. We want you to come up out of character and we want you to play this different role. And so she's cursing and being loud, and she's leaning into the fake eyelashes and the fingernails and all of that. It's a clown show. We've seen it a million times. I'm not surprised by this video at all. Shamika, your thoughts?
Jason, I'm going to be a little bit more bold today and say that Black people are actually signing up to be the Democrat Party's monkey mascots, because this is exactly what they are. You know, not only was Jasmine Felicia Crockett not this ghetto person when she was a state representative, she was born to a pastor and his wife. So what she's portraying is not even the life that she actually lived. And we've known for a long time that it was a character. I even saw a video from, I think it was maybe 2020, when she actually was going for a state representative. She was very calm, just as we saw in this video, a little bit chubbier, eyelashes weren't as long and dramatic, and now that's all we see. She's lost a little weight. Now every time she opens her mouth, she's cursing, or she has to, you know, hit her hands together constantly, showing us those long fingernails, batting her eye. It's a gimmick, it's an act. And this is how I know this whole code switching thing is foolishness. I don't know how to code switch, Jason. And for those of us that actually grew up a little less favorable, you know, we try as hard as we can to actually represent ourselves or represent where we come from in the most favorable way. We're not trying to always give you ghetto. We're not trying to go over the top to make you think, oh, we're down or we, are gangsta bees. We don't do that. We just actually present ourselves the way that we are. Hope that you like it. Hope that you hear what we have to say. Hope that is useful to you. And we go on about our business. There's no actual act that we have to portray by doing all of these extra things. If you look at someone like myself or Angela Stanton King, we try to button up when we go in places, like the White House or whatever, but it's still us. We don't have to code switch or, oh, I'm on the Breakfast Club, so now I'm going to be a little bit more ghetto. There's none of that. So I always knew Jasmine was what I would call someone who went to county schools. They act totally different from those of us that went to city schools, but you could tell it was an act because she just tries way too hard.
I'm going to say that, okay, let's say you do go on the Breakfast Club and you know you're talking to a hip hop audience. And so you may end up using words that are familiar to hip hop fans. And you will maybe, because you're speaking to that audience, that demographic, you'll speak in a language that's comfortable for them. What Jasmine Crockett's doing, though, is, trust me, she's gathered some co-stars, some other actors to help a performance that the audience she's trying to talk to actually is a white audience. And she's trying to, hey, I'm hardcore against Donald Trump and I'm in your face and blah, blah, blah. She's not trying to speak to a black audience. A lot of the things she's doing, particularly when she's inside the house and speaking and doing all this ghetto stuff, she's actually putting on a ghetto performance for white folks. The other thing that I know people that are anti-Trump are thinking is like, you're going after Trump, but Trump is the person that has actually lowered the standards for politicians in terms of behavior. Where I would say they're wrong is Trump, the way he behaves, is the way he behaves in business, the way he behaved on the show The Apprentice. It's like he's only got one form of Donald Trump. It's over the top, it's a little direct, it's politically incorrect, it's consistent. And if he's speaking in front of the National Association of Black Journalists, he's gonna talk the same way to them as he does. Again, if anything, that's what annoys me is it's like he's speaking in front of Congress and he sounds like the exact same guy that was speaking to the NABJ people, speaking, on The Apprentice or all that other stuff. He's just very authentic. That's what I would say the difference is. And me and TJ and I can't do TJ's argument justice, but we almost had some kind of disagreement about how the standards have actually been lowered for all politicians